For all episodes and more information, please visit us at marriedmillions.com.
Yeah, startup capital is hard because, you know, it's the in a perfect world you could have a great product idea and you could put together a wonderful business plan and walk into the bank and say, here's a business plan, I need $500,000, and they'll say sign here, and you get the money and walk out and go do your business. But it doesn't happen that way. It'd be great to walk into the Small Business Administration and do the same thing. It doesn't happen that way. Every now and then, rarely, someone is able to finance a serious business, you know, just by signing the name on a dotted line and borrowing some money. But frequently, particularly for startups, you've got to be innovative and creative. You've got to figure ways to do that. And I know examples of people, I'll even personalize it. My very first business was a paint manufacturing business. I went into, was the first African American to do paint manufacturing in the Southeast, and I think first or second in the country to manufacture paint. I wasn't a painting contractor. I bought pigments and resins and I mixed them together and put it in the can and sold it to painting contractors. Went to paint manufacturing. I started my business with my American Express card. Okay, I took my gold American Express card and gave it to someone and rented some office space and rented some office equipment, and we were in business. Okay, that's the bootstrap strategy. And again, when you're doing a bootstrap strategy for financing, it's very similar to the bootstrap strategy for marketing. You start very small in a very local area. You spend your energy and time trying to saturate that area. Very small inventories, very small business scale. Refining your business process, becoming as efficient as you can, becoming profitable on a small scale, and then branching out in what I like to think of as concentric circles. You just make another circle around the one you're in, and a bigger circle, and a bigger circle, and you spread your scope out, you know, gradually over time. Now, let's assume you have a store or an operation where people come into you. Again, if you're doing internet marketing, then you put your product on the internet and people come in, see your product, and want to buy it. The good news about that is usually you can source those products and you don't have to purchase the product yourself until the customer pays you for it. The wonderful thing about doing business on the internet is that the customer goes online, gives you the money, and then you ship him the product. And you don't have to acquire the product until you've received the money. So the financing part is relatively straightforward. You need to be able to pay to set up and maintain a website. You need to be able to retain some order fulfillment resources, you know, through some kind of contract relationship. And you need to be able to have access to suppliers, sources of your products. But you don't have to spend a whole lot of money compared to what you would do if you had a store and fixtures and furnitures and point of sale terminals and salespeople on the payroll all day, every day, whether anyone comes in or not. You don't have. It's relatively inexpensive because you're operating essentially on other people's money. You sit and wait until the order comes in, not literally because it's happening in real time, and the order fulfillment people are taking care of that. But essentially, you wait until the order comes in to you, then you place the order with your supplier, and you can pay your supplier because the person's ordering have already paid you, and the products are shipped from the supplier directly to the customer. Everybody's happy. My name is Robert Yancy. I am a school counselor. I came to school by way of careers in higher education and entrepreneurship.